Let's do it. Let's do it.
He's singing. Oh, he's singing. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Turn that song off.
We're not the new day anymore. This is OT Graps. I'm Homer.
I'm Trevor.
And like I said before, this is
OT
Graps. It's a new era, not just for the WWE, but also for this country. Potentially a shitty era for both, but we are here.
We are here.
Live.
We are here. We are here. We are here.
Trevor, how you doing, my man?
I'm here. my Notre Dame loss, which I knew was gonna happen. Valiant effort.
We're both losers this week.
Oh yeah, your boys lost this week too.
Yo, shout out to Mark Andrews, man. One of the greatest tight ends I've ever seen play the game of football, but goddamn.
Yeah, he didn't get on that bus.
I bet they were like, nah, you walking home, bro.
You walking home.
Nah, bro, you walking home the whole time. Nah. Shout out Mark Andrews. I mean, the wild thing is about like that whole thing, like the Ravens losses. There's not a player I would like if you had to tell me like, hey, you need like a player to make that catch 100 out of 100 times. Every single time I just threw
it straight to Mark Andrews.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just the thing is things happen. You know, it's not your time, unfortunately, and you know it'll be your time.
We got Kyle James in the chat saying, "What's up, Omer and Trevor? What's up, Kyle?
What up, Kyle?
What's up, Kyle? What's up, chat, guys? Welcome. We got a boatload of stuff to talk about today. It is Royal Rumble season. We got Saturday night's main event. We got the TNA show from this past weekend. Trevor, there's one thing I especially want to get your thoughts on from that show.
Yeah, there's a few things.
Well,
just one thing in particular, but yeah.
No. I mean, we're going to talk about the show, but I do want to get your thoughts on one teeny tiny thing. And, of course, we're also going to talk about our worst Royal Rumble moments, worst Royal Rumble matches, and the big kahuna, the worst Royal Rumble winner of all time. All that, much more coming up right here in the stream. Be sure to smash that thumbs up. Be sure to go over to youtube.com/OT Graps. Getting up there almost to 500 subs. Get us up there, man. Come on. Like I know y'all got it in you. It's only a couple of buttons. Click, 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 bam. That's all you got to do.
Boom.
Boom.
Bam, boom.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. Anyway, Trevor, you were talking about your Notre Dame Fighting Irish, man. Hey, bro, they did exactly what they. You know what's wild? Notre Dame did exactly what like they did like the last time they were in the championship game. It's like great first drive,
and that's it. And that's all you got out of them.
You're like, they came in, it's like, oh yeah, and I mean, you know, Manti Te'o back in the day, like back in I think it was 2013. When the Fighting Irish went to the national championship, 2012, 2013.
And lost to
Alabama.
Yep.
He said like there was a little bit of like, you know, we kind of like looked over and we saw Alabama. And he was like, yeah, I knew at that moment we lost this game. Because
and the thing was, I said it to one of my friends. I literally looked. They came out. I looked at him. I was like, they lost. And he was like, what do you mean? It's just started. They lost. You can see it in their face.
There's sometimes you can just tell, man. You look at
like, you can see it in their face. They were defeated already.
Yep. And that's that. Like, I hate Ohio State with a
can't stand them. Cannot stand them. Have a few very good friends who are Ohio State fans, but makes me question them very much. But other than that, I can't stand Ohio State. Ohio State's one of those schools that I just never liked, can't stand, don't want to like them.
Yeah, well, we don't like them over here, all right? All right, fella, you can get them Ohioans up out of here. Unless
you get them Buckeyes out of here now.
Unless they're from Cleveland. Shout out to my Cavaliers. Best team in the NBA right now.
They're actually not bad, but...
What do you mean not bad? We the greatest. We beat Michael Jordan's I almost said Michael Jackson. Michael Jordan's record this year.
You still
Or actually, no,
have
it's the Warriors record. We've beaten the Warriors record.
the Celtics. So yeah.
Bro, Jason Tatum's bum ass is what I don't care about.
That's why I sip my coffee.
Yeah, sip that coffee, bro. Sip that coffee, bro.
Out of my X-Men mug.
Sip that coffee. Man. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. We got surprises. My surprise for the Rumble is Aleister Black. He probably will be available by the Rumble.
He might be available, yeah.
Probably, yeah. I mean, he could be there, man. But anyway, Trevor, let's talk about this Rumble, all right? So last night on WWE Raw, they set up this amazing angle. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, this awesome promo, and it kind of like planted a seed, at least for me as a fan. Because I left this promo being like, you know what? I know what the plans are for Mania or what direction they might be thinking about, whatever. Bro, that's what I don't care about. Give me Sami Zayn in the main event of WrestleMania against Kevin Owens. I want them, and here's the thing, Trevor. Here's my pitch, right? Here's my pitch. I genuinely think that the main event of WrestleMania should be Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. Yes, I know. That sounds crazy. Hear me out.
Right.
Hear me out. We talk about Cody Rhodes' title reign. Cody Rhodes in this title reign, let's be honest, it's not been the greatest, all right? The best part about it has been this Kevin Owens stuff and everything that's been building around like Drew, Seth, Kevin Owens, this alliance that they're building. Tell me it wouldn't be amazing storytelling for Kevin Owens to win that belt, take it off of Cody. He would finally get his big moment and that moment he was robbed of back in 2017. Against his best friend, the same person who he's main evented with as a tag team. And for Sami Zayn, someone who has been like the unlikely underdog of WWE, you know, who I view in a very similar light as like Hangman Adam Page. And again, this is going to ruffle some feathers here, but I don't think the main character of WWE is Roman Reigns.
No, it used to be. It's not now.
I don't think the main character of WWE right now is Cody Rhodes.
Nope.
I think the main protagonist of WWE is Sami Zayn. He is the good guy. And I think there's an amazing story to be told here with Sami winning the Rumble because he's talked about it. He's like, I don't need to win the Rumble, but God damn it, do I want it. And you have him win. You tell this awesome story. Kevin Owens finally having his moment. And they're going to have this great moment, and they're going to have this great match. It's going to be Adam Cole versus MJF, the brochachos for life at WrestleMania. And leading up to it, Kevin Owens turns on Sami. The thing he always does, the thing Sami never sees coming, and he calls Sami a fool. And we want to talk about story, right? We want to talk about story because that's what everyone out here claims. They claim we care about storylines. We don't care about wrestling. We don't care about spectacle. We care about good storylines. That's what they talk about. Let me tell you, man, that would be amazing storytelling. And I'll argue this: you have an entire year to have Cena win his 17th belt.
You do, but he's done by what, summer or?
No, he's done in December. He said December.
Okay, so yeah, you got time. You definitely got time.
Roman versus Punk. Is it a main event level match? Sure. Is it going to be for the championship? We don't know. You could do Cody versus Cena. Like I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I
man,
definitely like Cody versus Cena.
We want to talk about storylines. I think Sami Zayn should be the main event of Mania with Kevin Owens. That would be a great story. It's probably not going to happen, but
it would be a great story. But here's the little caveat about that, dear sir, and I know you're going to agree with that.
Hit me with it.
Just like the thing is, as good as that storyline is, and as much as that cooks, the WWE doesn't care about wrestling. They're starting to care about storyline, but what they really care about is cinema. That's what the kids care about. They care about cinema. And honestly, you can't have much cinema with that, unfortunately.
Says who?
I think so. But that's not the cinema they want to see. They want to see. They
These
want to see Cody Rhodes lose to John Cena. They want to see Roman Reigns come back to power. They want to. They want to see. They want to see CM Punk do something. Honestly, I honestly think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will be one of the biggest main events in one of the biggest matches. But that's not what the casual or Mark WWE fan wants to see.
Can I be honest with you? If Roman versus Punk is on that card, if Cena versus Rhodes is on that card, I don't give a fuck what the casual fans care about. I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck what the casual fans care about.
I don't care now.
At the end of the day, Trevor, they are going to be watching anyway. They're going to tune in anyway. That's what WWE cares about. Those tickets are going to sell out anyway.
Yeah.
Bro, tell good story. The story that you've been telling with Cody, ass, booty cheeks.
Ass, complete ass.
Horrible for the past year. Outside of this Kevin Owens little angle they're doing.
And it's just starting to get good because at first it actually sucked, but it's actually becoming very good.
And those two matches are the most predictable matches we gotta go. Like, look, that doesn't mean I want to see it. I want to see Roman versus CM Punk, but Trevor, you and I both know who's taking the pinfall. We all know who's taking the pinfall. You don't have to be a deep wrestling nerd to know who's taking that pinfall.
Of course.
You and I both know, Trevor. You and I both know. Cody versus Cena. We know who's taking the pinfall, and it ain't gonna be Cena.
No, it's Cody.
Yep. So I'm just saying, man, like
for unpredictability and for like unknown, that is the best story to tell. It is, but it's something that let's just be honest for a second. Your casual WWE fan, like storytelling of that nature, doesn't make any sense.
Why?
Name the best storyline in WWE besides Bloodline. Name it. Name another one.
I'm gonna name it, but it's like it's so old. I mean, I would say the stuff that they did with Shawn and Brett in '97, like the.
And you're absolutely right. I thought that was great storytelling, but it was so few and far in between. Like, you can't really name another. And here's the thing. I'm not trying to rag on, the wrestling marks. If they like WWE, they like WWE, whatever. But at the same token, you can't stop it. Sorry, dog's playing. You can't sit there and tell me that your casual WWE fan knows a good story if it bit him in the ass.
No, it's not even that. Like, Man, it's not even about going after like the casual WWE fan. I just hate the narrative that like it's all. You know what I hate, Trevor? It's this thing of like we care. It's people who say that we care about storylines, and that's what matters. That's the only thing that matters. And then I propose to you something that is inarguably a better storyline than what has been going on probably for the past couple of months.
Right.
And it's like, well, that's not big enough. So then I don't understand. Is it about spectacle or story? Because those are two different things. That doesn't mean they're not interchangeable.
That's my point.
And that doesn't mean they don't intersect. But you can't tell me that if your argument is story is over everything, then you can't tell me that, oh, this doesn't have enough spectacle. I just think that's a dishonest argument.
Oh, absolutely. Because like you said, and you said it very well, there is a difference between spectacle and story. I mean, they can go hand in hand, but they don't always have to. You can have a huge spectacle and have a terrible story. You will have a great story and a terrible, but it's one of those things where you're like, I'm frozen apparently. Can you hear me?
You're good. Yeah, we can hear you. Continue. Oh, I guess not. We can't hear you no more. Fellas, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Okay.
We'll pick this up in a little bit.
Hello?
Trevor. Are you there, good sir?
Hello? I think I died.
I'm hearing you now.
What the? You hear me now?
Kinda. You're still choppy. Still very choppy. We got Nathan in the
All right.
chat.
I'm gonna come in.
Bet. We
I'm
got
gonna
Nate.
go. Come back.
All right. Cool. We got Nathan in the chat. If Charlotte Flair or Nia Jax in the winning the Rumble in 2025 are the worst, I don't think it's gonna be Nia, and nor would I want it to be Nia, but I do think that there's a good chance that it ends up being Charlotte Flair. Um, I I'm not one to be like, oh, you gotta have, you know, I'm not one to be like, oh, well, Charlotte like didn't do this or didn't do that or she didn't return. I just think, I mean, she's a big enough star. Like, I think at the end of the day, she's probably going to be in a world title level feud, and it's going to be good for her. It's going to be good for the company. Doesn't mean it's my cup of tea. It doesn't need to be. But I would say either Charlotte or if they really want to do it, I would put the rocket ship on someone in NXT. Roxanne Perez would be my other choice. I would love to see Roxanne winning the Rumble. So we'll see on that front, man. I just, it's crazy. There's also like this news that like Indianapolis is hosting WrestleMania, which wild, bro. That's wild. I mean, we all knew it was happening, but so you got yeah, I blew my own spot there, but you got like, think about it. You got New Orleans next year, probably. And then the year after that, it's gonna be WrestleMania in Indy. And then by the time WrestleMania 45 rolls around, we're gonna be in Saudi Arabia, WrestleMania Riyadh season. Michael Cole is gonna be Michael Cole's been going crazy with his Riyadh seasoning. He's gonna be seasoning in Riyadh so much. Oh man. Oh no. We got. Will I figure out how to get Zoom to work for Trevor again? God dang, technical difficulties. Damn it, Zoom. I will switch to another provider. This is bull. Io Sky winning the Rumble. Oh, I can see that. She deserves it. From the standpoint of like deserving it, I don't think there's someone who's probably earned it more this year than Io Sky. She carries. She carries when she's out there. So I wouldn't mind Io Sky winning. But yeah, I would say Io Sky would be definitely someone who I would love to see win. All right, if that's not gonna work, then I have an idea. All right, we're gonna try something else. Give me 1 second. We're doing this on the fly, baby. Let's go. Yeah, because Zoom is cooked for me too right now. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if we can switch. Guys, if you're ever doing live streams of any kind, whether they be here or on other platforms, just remember, always have a backup server. Whether you're using Zoom and or Discord, always have a backup because sometimes you're prone to get cooked. Let me see if I can get my boy. I'm going to see if I can get our boy back, people. I'm going to see if we can get him back. I have faith. I have all the faith that we're going to get him back. I know damn well we're going to get him back. But keep those questions coming. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz. I don't know what's going on with Zoom. Like, Zoom literally just stopped working for me. Trevor, can you hear me? Hit the Discord link on your laptop. Hold up. Well, while that's happening, I really, man, I was getting ready to show something that Trevor was gonna crash out about. I was ready to see his crash out live and in living color. Was it this one? No, it was a voice channel. All right. Well, again, while we try to get Trevor back in here, guys, let me know in the comment section, the chat, who you guys think is gonna win the Rumble. I'm very clear on the Sami thing. Like, it's not even like a. I'm not even trying to bait. Like, I dead ass think like Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens would be the thing that would like intrigue me as a fan the most, and I think it would be the best like naturally progressed story that WWE could tell at this point, because like you saw it in that promo. It was like the best thing on Monday Night Raw. It had heat and it had so much potential because these are two guys spent their entire careers with each other. Like they have never been like disconnected outside of like maybe a year that Sami was in NXT before Kevin ended up joining, right? So for me, you build on that history, you use it to your advantage, and you create a great story. And that's what that's why the bloodline works, because it's like at the end of the day, you know these guys have lore. You know these guys have backstory. And that backstory continues to build on top of itself as the years go by. We got Damien in the chat. I think John Cena or Roman Reigns wins the Rumble this year. Man, look, man. Roman's the one guy, man. I like this version of Roman Reigns and all that stuff, but that is who we don't want to see win. Like, let's be honest. That is who we don't want to see win. Like, shout out to Roman, but I don't think Roman is ever like. It's gonna take a very different story than the one that WWE is telling now for fans to really get behind Roman winning the Royal Rumble. I don't think that I don't think that we're there yet. I don't think that we're in the place where Roman can win the Rumble right now. Could he? Now will he? Maybe WWE has plans. I will say the most exciting thing about this year's Rumble is the idea that like right now anyone can win. And I like that they're building that up, because that's not something that the Royal Rumble, at least in the past couple of years, has had. It's been a lot of like waiting around. It's been a lot of like, oh, well, we know that, Roman is going to win. We know that like, well, Batista, who we all thought Bryan was going to win. How stupid are we? How dumb are we for that? Huh? How stupid are we for thinking that WWE would pull the trigger on the greatest wrestler of all time, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson? Look how cool this is. Look how cool this is. Not the seat. The seat's ass. I got to get that replaced, but yeah. Yeah, but that segment on Raw was crazy. That was a great segment on Monday Night Raw between Sami and KO. Like they were cooking. They were cooking crazy. It was amazing, man. Oh my goodness. Guys, you guys see? I mean, I'll show this to Trevor when he eventually makes his return, which he will be doing soon. I'm pretty sure. But y'all see this. So CC says might be at urgent care, but I made it to the show. See, are you okay? Can we get a wellness check on CC? Are you okay, CC? That's not good. Why are you at wellness care? Let us know if you need help.
But give me a second. Get back.
Oh, I think our boy might be making his.
But I love you. Let me know what's going on. All right. Hey guys.
All right, Trevor is back.
Had to deal with a situation. Sorry about
that. No. You're good, my man. Well, Cece, we hope you're okay. Hopefully your lungs are okay. It's crazy. All right.
That sucks.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We got Trevor back finally.
Yeah, it was a road.
It was a road, not a magical one, not the fun magical road. It was
Yes, it was quite a journey to get here.
Yeah,
and I still don't see you. Oh, there you go.
Now, what's that old? You ever seen Ricky Bobby? I'm the magic man now.
I'm the magic man.
Now you
see me? No, you don't.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
No, you don't.
Oh man! All right.
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
Hey man,
the internet has been very wonky as of late, so sorry about that.
That's technology for you, buddy. But I do got a fun little treat for everyone right now because Trevor, I'm about to. Well, you're about to crash out after you see what I'm about to show you. Because I'm about to show you something that I know damn well is going to make you an unhappy camper, and I just want to see your reaction. Just give you 1 second. Let me just pull this up for all the good folks at home. By the way, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up.
Gumbo.
Dobby, my name is not Gumbo. I'm not talking to you. Everyone talks to Dobby.
Everybody talks to Dobby. See, that's why Dobby doesn't come on the show much because we have to pay him too much.
No, deadass, bro. Can't afford that, man.
Yeah, very expensive.
The price of cuteness is literally priceless.
You know it's crazy.
All right. So Trevor, let me build up to this. All right. So as we know, this week has been a wild week in the world, and Trevor, your boy, WWE Hall of Famer and the owner of WWE's latest sponsor in Real American Beer, also a brand that WWE now owns, was at the inauguration of Donald John Trump, the 47th president of the United States.
Of course he was.
And this man cut a hell of a promo, and I just want to get your reaction to it.
Yes.
Donald Trump lifted the veil off America. Hold on, Jess.
All right, here we go.
Lower gas prices.
Yes.
We got real American beer in the house. We got real American beer. Trumpomania, brother. We've got Trumpomania running this country, brother. One nation under God. Jesse Waters, this is your world, brother.
Yeah, baby. I know a tuxedo can't control you.
Man.
I knew there was no way Hogan was coming in here with a tuxedo for that long.
I had a moment, brother.
All right, brother. So this is the man that WWE allegedly wants to trot out at Saturday night's main event.
First and foremost, that's not Hulk. That's Horus. He's in black. So
your father. Brother.
Oh my God, this guy is a senile old man at this point. Like no one pays.
Like look at this, bro. Look at Cuz, bro. Come on.
What the hell? Trumpomania! This is running wild, brother.
Yo, bro, y'all let the old folks run crazy, bro. Take that man's license away.
Exactly. He needs to get out of the medicine cabinet.
Put that man in a dead. I'm not pro this, but put that man in a home. Like I'm gonna keep it.
I'm not pro that either, but he definitely has had too much. He stole the tapioca pudding, and now he's acting up. It's too much sugar.
Yeah,
like there's something wrong with this guy.
Yeah, nah. This dude is the ultimate crash out right now. It's giving cult. I agree.
I mean, this whole presidency is giving cult. But
hey man, look. Nah. Let's not get it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let me cut this. No.
No, let's not get into it. This is a wrestling show.
Hey, is it, bro? I'm just saying, man. The real question is, Trevor, WWE originally planned to have him come out at Saturday night's main event this coming weekend, and we haven't seen him on promos, and I think that's been by design. We're coming off a weekend. We're in Texas, the same state that this event is going to be. Tessa Blanchard got a less than stellar reception, given her racist comments in the past, and Hogan has made overtly racist comments in the past. Like Sean Ross Sapp actually put it best, I think. He's like, he was so specifically racist that it was crazy. Like I don't think there's been anyone who's been like that specifically racist publicly ever. It was wild, some of the things that were coming out of this man's mouth. But Trevor, do you think we see him at Saturday night's main event?
I think if you see him, it's comic relief. But at this point, man, like, I mean, they are putting Tessa Blanchard on TV, so maybe. But like, at the same token, they shouldn't. He's toxic. He's toxic as fuck. And he does not need to be on WWE television. And I don't care what anyone says. I know I'm going to get millions of hate.
Come at me, snowflakes. Let's go.
A bunch of people saying it for it. But, like, dude, come on. Like, wrestling is wrestling, right? And you shouldn't put wrestling in the same token, is the same place. Is this racist? Is this racism shit? Is this racist prick? Like, he shouldn't be on wrestling TV. He's bad for your brand. I don't care how you feel that he built WWE. Okay, yeah, he's the father. I've heard he's the father of wrestling.
He's the father of WWE.
No, I've heard he's the father of wrestling, and I'm like, what in two hell? How is Hogan the father of wrestling?
I'm gonna be so dead ass. They're like,
how?
They cannot just give everyone a Twitter account.
Dude, exactly. Like you have to pass a IQ test to get on Twitter.
Well,
I really think you should.
No, you don't. Not these.
Really think you should have to. But like, dude, if you want to call anybody, you can call a bunch of people father of wrestling. You can call Antonio Inoki a father of wrestling, because if it wasn't for him, certain mainstream wrestling in Japan would not happen. You can call Ric Flair, you can call Dusty Rhodes, you can call guys like that. There's a bunch of guys you can call the father of wrestling. Now, if you want to say Hogan is the reason WWE was built up, yes, we can say that. You want to say, oh, the Andre the Giant match was spectacular. He slammed him. Oh, you never seen that before? I said, if you see it in another promotion,
I'll have you know, Trevor,
you see it like 6 different times. He's done it more than once.
Hogan was so good in that match that Andre. That he didn't know what was going to happen, allegedly.
Until Andre the Giant was actually probably the world's best wrestler at the time.
bro, like, he really out here being like, Andre said, slam! And then that's how he knew he was going to win. I'm like, yeah, you're
the dude
cooked,
he's a racist. he's a racist. He is delusional. I think he's getting senile. He is an overall piece of human garbage. And I don't associate him with my wrestling. You can associate him with yours. I don't associate him with mine. I don't. And if I was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, if I was Triple H, if I was Paul Levesque, if I was whoever the hell he wants to be that day, he would not be on Monday night.
Bro, but like,
Saturday
here's the
night.
thing. We say this. They're owned by TKO. Dana White, like,
is a piece of garbage.
Dana White. Hey man, look, we've all seen the video of what he did to his wife. I'm not gonna. We've all seen it.
I'm not gonna. You know,
he that was bad. It was not. He's obviously like you got to be a shitty person to do that, in my view.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a sheet hanging in his closet and take it the way you want.
A few people might have that. But regardless, like, I mean, I don't think TKO is necessarily concerned with the Trump supporter. Because, I mean, even WWE, they're like, we talked about this. Undertaker is MAGA as fuck.
Oh, no, wait. The thing is, I'm not even talking about the Trump supporter. I'm just talking about him being a racist fuckbag.
Exactly. And that's what everyone's saying. Like, even, like, Muscle Man Malcolm, like one of the nicest guys in the wrestling community, was like, he tweeted this out. Hulk Hogan loving Trump doesn't even bother me. It's the horrendous amount of glazing, constant lying, and still never apologizing for saying the N-word that's the problem.
I mean, and here's another little caveat. Why is he going to apologize when Vince McMahon didn't?
Look, brother, it was a work. Imagine.
I mean, Vince McMahon blatantly said it on national TV
to John Cena in front of.
What's up, man?
That is still one of these. This is one of the wildest things ever. He said the N. He booked himself to say the N-word to John Cena in front of Booker T.
And Booker T was like,
"Tell
what?
Me
you did not just say that."
Oh my god, that was It's like, bro, every time I have to try to explain something about professional wrestling, I'm just like, man, I can't. Like, that was pretty bad. No, it's just.
Yeah, I have many views on Hulk Hogan, and none of them are good.
Well, Trevor, let's stick on the Hogan train because we got more to talk about when it comes to Hulk Hogan. So, CM Punk absolutely crashed out at Hulk Hogan on Monday Night Raw. You see,
he sure did.
Trevor's favorite CM Punk promo ever.
Oh, it was the greatest.
Because as CM Punk comes out, he's doing this awesome interview with Jackie Redmond, I believe it was, and he's talking about how he's gonna go and win the Royal Rumble. He's gonna go and throw John Cena over the top rope, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins. He's name dropping everyone, and then he drops the line of the night. Hell, I'll even throw Hulk Hogan's dusty ass over the top rope and kill Hulkamania forever. And somehow, somewhere, a little Trevor smiled. One of the biggest grins he's ever grinned. Trevor, two of your most hated wrestlers of all time.
My Grinchy heart grew 3 sizes.
Bro, two of your most hated wrestlers of all time look like they got a little beef going.
Hey, I mean, is CM Punk? CM Punk's not Republican, right?
CM Punk is. He's
interesting.
He's me. You know, right? Like, I think politically, well, at least outwardly, he's
right.
He's pretty me.
So he's
pretty
very.
Us. He's pretty us, yeah.
So he's very not, and he's very anti jackasses.
Yes. Yeah.
So that would make a little sense. But no, like my thing with that, I thought that was absolutely hilarious. But again, I think it was, of course, a pop. Of course, whatever. As most things are, as a work. But at the same token, I mean, a lot of people pay money for that. A lot of people would love to see Hogan get a go to sleep, but he won't sell it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Bro, he gets right. Ah, brother, that doesn't do any damage to me,
hold on. And then, like, even if you throw him over the ring on the ropes, he's not going to sell that either. My foot didn't touch the ropes, brother.
Oh my God, you're
maniacs,
bro. No, don't get me started on that. All right, do not get me started on that bull. I hated that spot. Like, this is we're talking. No. We're talking World War III, 1995. The belt is on the line. Yeah. One of the worst booked royal battle royals I've ever seen in my life, and that's saying a lot. At the end, Hogan like doesn't get eliminated because WCW didn't want to like. This is still like they were trying to push Hogan as the Hulkamania guy, and they didn't want to job him out, but they wanted Macho to win and Macho to win the belt. So Macho wins the match, even though Hogan didn't get his foot over the top rope. And this man starts crashing out, going like, "Macho, I didn't get eliminated," and he like starts grabbing the ropes and is like putting his foot under the rope, kicking the bottom rope, like, I didn't do it. He's like making sure the people in row triple Z
understand that he's a jerk.
Like that he didn't lose. And look, Macho's not a real champion. Look at me, brother. And then he starts posing. He didn't win the match, Trevor.
Yes.
Anyway, so what do we think about CM Punk, though? You think it's gonna lead to a match? You think we're getting CM Punk versus Hogan?
I really hope not.
Hey man, that's a match I'd love to see because,
dude, that's a match that a lot of people want to see because, well, they like Hogan. But, dude, Hogan could barely walk down the ring ramp.
Hey, nah, bro. Let Chris Amon, WWE doctors, clear that man.
Oh my God.
Clear
dude,
that man.
Again, why do we want to see a match that he's not going to sell?
Bro, I don't know. We got Kyle James in the chat. Hogan will be on dark side of the ring. Yeah, he will be. But like the thing about like here's the thing, man. If there's one guy I would love for CM Punk to like fight backstage, and I would love it. It's Hulk Hogan.
I pay money for that.
I'm not wishing violence upon anyone.
No, I'm not wishing him to
hey,
be
man,
harmed.
We're talking real, right?
I'm not wishing him to be harmed.
CM Punk is out here. You know, he's known to crash out. Maybe Hogan said something to him. We don't know.
Hey, he accidentally get a foot in the face. It's fine,
It's like, see, I'm woke. Bam. Like, he just starts. And Punk just like, this is one fight that I did win.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but
it's just so much crap happening right now.
Yeah, it's a weird show. It's a weird time. Anyway, Trevor, let's move on. Stop talking about Hogan. Let's talk about the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
So the Royal Rumble is right around the corner, and we got to this week where we're going to be talking about the worst. Next week, we're going to be talking about the best. So, so for this week, guys, we're going to cover the worst Royal Rumble moment, the worst Royal Rumble match, and the worst Royal Rumble winner. You ready to start playing this game, Trevor?
Let's play the game.
Let's go. All right, Trevor. Worst Royal Rumble moment.
There's so many.
I can go first because I have a very good one.
Okay.
In my view, the Royal Rumble is supposed to be about, either one of two things. One, like obviously the surprises, the unpredictability, or two, the culmination of a story. And Trevor, in 2014, we were all supposed to see a culmination of a story. We all expected to see a culmination of a story. Because Daniel Bryan, the greatest wrestler of all time, the second greatest wrestler right behind Bryan Danielson of all time, was on his way, we all thought, to the world title. That obviously did not happen the way that everyone thought it would. But it led to one of the most worst moments in WWE history and arguably the worst Royal Rumble moment because everyone expected Bryan to come out at number 30 in that Rumble. It was the Rumble that Batista ended up winning. The Bautista thing went off, and that's what actually propelled Bryan to the main event. But my God, Trevor, I don't think a building has booed Rey Mysterio harder.
Yo, that was crazy.
When he came out at number 30 instead of Daniel Bryan. That
was insane.
Genuinely a moment where I considered to stop watching wrestling. I was pissed.
That was a rough one. That was a rough one. I do remember that. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, there was a few times that I almost stopped watching wrestling. And I only say it was bad because they didn't really build upon it. Undertaker being eliminated by Maven.
That's interesting because that's been like viewed as one of the best moments in Rumble history.
And the only reason I feel like it's a bad one is because they never really build it upon it. Like, and quote me if I'm wrong, but they never, like, if you have Maven, somebody who is like, he wins the tough enough, whatever, he does this, that should propel him into, the stratosphere. That should make him more, more chances, more time in the spotlight. He eliminates Undertaker. Undertaker pulls him out, eliminates him, beats the ever-loving crap out of him, gets a match to beat the ever-loving crap out of him, and then you don't hear from Maven ever again. Like, it was a waste. It was a waste in ways. Like, you wasted a chance to build a superstar. Now, again, if you don't agree with it, that's perfectly fine. But if you look at it that way, I feel like it was one of the quote-unquote worst moments. Because you wasted a chance to build on somebody that could have been a star.
Yeah, I agree. But I will say this, too. Maven did finish his story like 20 years later. Shout out to his YouTube channel. That man is cooking over there.
Oh, yeah. Maven's doing good work over there, man. He's doing good work over there. Yeah. I watch Maven quite often. I like Maven.
It's like, do you know who's some of the worst? I'm not going to do a Maven impression here. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, I'll tell you another one that was like really, really bad. It was Roman Reigns when he won in 2015.
Yeah, he got booed out of the building.
Bro is getting booed out of the building.
He got booed out of the building.
Him and The Rock got booed out of the building. It's like in Philadelphia, that crowd was merciless that night.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's for the same reason. Everyone wanted to see Bryan win.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Like sometimes, like you have wrestlers that, of course, as you know, that they push upon you sometimes. And unfortunately, early in Roman's career, that's what he was. They pushed him upon us. They force fed him to us. And a lot of people didn't like Roman unless he was with the Shield. Like you heard Roman get booed a lot by himself. Only when he was with the Shield that you actually heard him get cheers. But other than that, they booed the hell out of him. I mean, they cheered for him with the whole leukemia thing, of course, because like how mean would it be if they booed him for that? But
I mean, Vince was looking for any opportunity. He was, but the storyline that he apparently pitched to Mox was like so bad. He was like, no, we would get fired because he wanted to build Roman's like diagnosis into a story.
Yeah, I know he did, and that's part of the reason why Mox is not with them anymore. But like, yeah, it was bad. Vince always has some bad ideas.
Hey man, and he has booked some of the worst moments in Royal Rumble history. Be sure to hit that like button, guys. Oh my God, Trevor, we ain't even done yet.
No, we're not even close.
Nah. To quote LA Knight, because next, the worst Royal Rumble match of all time. There's so many to choose from, 30, 40 plus, Trevor.
You're talking about the actual Royal Rumble, the elimination match?
The actual Royal Rumble match. Yeah. There were many that made us cheer, many that made us awe in the spectacle of it all. But there can be only one, which we say.
Yes.
Trevor, worst Royal Rumble match of all time, in your opinion?
Oh, man. It's interesting because, like you said, there's so many, especially if you go back. Especially if you go back in the 90s, dude. There was some. Ooh,
go back to the Hacksaw Jim Duggan, baby, John Studd.
Oh, that one was just terrible. Oh, the Big John Studd was. Ooh. What about the one where they really didn't have an idea where to go, and just Hulk Hogan was first guy up, and
he won. He won the Rumble like twice. It was like he won in 90, and then like, I mean, that 1990 Rumble is pretty bad outside of the Warrior Hogan moment. That's the only reason they had that Rumble.
Yeah, it was awful. It was pretty bad. I mean, his second win was kind of bad too, though. Because if I'm not mistaken, he wasn't even supposed to win that Rumble. Someone else was, but they pushed him, of course, because I'm Hogan, baby.
I mean,
And
who else can save? You know,
everyone, I'm Hogan, brother.
well, who
and
else was going to
WWE
save
saving
America?
brother.
Who was going to save America from the dastardly turncoat, Sergeant Slaughter, the Iraqi sympathizer?
That was bad.
It was
God,
so bad. That was an angle.
He got death threats sent to his house, right?
That was an angle that was so bad that WWE had to move from the LA Coliseum to a smaller venue, not because of death threats. Vince always liked to say it's because of death threats. That was the spin. The real reason was they didn't sell any tickets.
No, they didn't. I mean, Sergeant Slaughter did get death threats to his house, though. That is true. That is documented.
Yeah. No, Sarge got cooked for that.
But no, that's not why. They didn't sell any tickets to that match.
Yeah, they did not cook with that.
I would say one of them was probably Big John Studd. Yeah, that was one of them. That was a terrible one.
I understand that. For mine, I'll say this. It would have been very easy to be like, oh yeah, the first one with Hacksaw, the second one with John Studd. Like, it would have been easy to be like, say those. But I've decided to adjust for inflation. Because let's be honest, right? In the late 80s, they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't even know what they had.
No.
Right?
They didn't know what they had. They had a good idea, but they didn't know what they had.
Look, we got to sell a pay-per-view. Look, a Royal Rumble. That alliteration. I promise you that's exactly what Vince probably said. He's like, it's alliteration. And he was like, RR, yeah, let's do it. But I will say this, Trevor. By 2017, I think they had a little bit of an idea of what they were doing.
I just thought about it. I know which one you're talking about.
Look, man. By 2017, or sorry, no. I got the year wrong. Sorry. 2017 was actually a good Rumble. I got the year wrong.
No, that was the one with
Well, that was the one with the horrible ending where Randy Orton won, but it was he only got cheered because Roman didn't win.
Yeah, I remember that one. Okay.
But I'm gonna go with the 2016 Royal Rumble. This was the one.
Is that Goldberg?
No, this was the one where Triple H came in as the WWE champion. Roman entered as one of the first men, and the match was actually for the title.
Yeah.
Now, I ate the idea of this up, but the execution of this is just one of the most insane things. It was bad. It was so horribly bad. One of the worst matches I've ever watched. There was no juice in this match. You had big stars all out. Like, Cena wasn't there at the time. You didn't have the likes of Randy Orton, who was out with an injury. Bryan had obviously recently retired. Mm-hmm. There was no juice in this match, Trevor. Absolutely no juice in this match. They wanted Sheamus, Roman Reigns, and Triple H to carry. And, bro, that's what was not happening in 2016.
No, it wasn't. And no fault to Sheamus, but they just couldn't do it.
The Mohawk, bro. The power of the Mohawk was not going crazy in 2016.
No, they just couldn't do it, man. It was quite bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, I cannot horrendous.
Yeah. That was pretty bad one. It was pretty bad. That match, yeah. Like you said, I like the idea of it, but that match was actually quite bad.
Yep. We got Frank in the chat. Roman, I remember that. I remember.
I remember.
All right, Trevor, we got one final one. Actually, no. Oh, yeah, no, one final one. This is the big kahuna.
Big kahuna.
The big kahuna, Trevor. 40 Royal Rumbles. Have there been 40? It's something like that, almost.
It's close to it. I know it's been 40 WrestleManias.
It's 2025, man. I can't do math.
I couldn't do math back in 1995, so it's okay.
Trevor, there have been a boatload of Royal Rumble winners, but only one of them can take home the prize of the worst Rumble winner of all time. There's so many to choose from. You
I'm trying to
obviously
remember.
have the John Studds, the Hacksaw Jim Duggins, Roman Reigns, not once, but twice.
Hold on one. Oh, no, never mind. Cool. There we go. We got cool.
Roman Reigns, not once, but twice. We're building the suspense here. And out of all of those, my question to you, who is the absolute worst Royal Rumble winner of
You
all
want to go
time?
first on this one?
Oh, I got this. I got this. Let me cook.
I'm going to listen to it. Give me 2 seconds.
People, because
go ahead and talk.
I got this. Y'all know what I don't like about wrestling, right? Y'all know what I don't like? It's when WWE or any wrestling company, AEW, put them out there. How you doing? It's when any wrestling company does something that not only makes no sense, but doesn't even have the juice to stand on its own legs.
I'm back.
And let me tell you something. You're back at the perfect time because I'm about to cook the 2011 Royal Rumble winner, Alberto Del Rio. Let me talk to you guys. The first 40-man Royal Rumble. Trevor, this was almost my worst Royal Rumble match of all time.
Yeah, he's one of the worst humans of all time, too. So it perfectly fits.
Bro, no, regardless of the perspective you look at this, whether it be his beginnings in WWE, which he was kind of forced down our throat because WWE wanted a big-time star to take that mantle, or whether it was because he is an absolute horrendous human being. Alberto Del Rio is the worst Royal Rumble winner of all time, bro. It was so bad.
Yeah,
people wanted
so
Santino to win that Rumble.
Yeah, they did.
It was a horrible, horrible decision. It didn't pay off. He didn't even win the belt from Edge, and then Edge retired the next night.
Exactly. It was so bad.
Trevor, it was
so bad.
It was horrendous, man. It's one of the most bro, I go back. I watched that match once. I watched that's the thing. I went back and I watched that match once. And by God, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That thing was shit.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad from beginning to end. It was not a good match at all.
It was horrible. It was a horrible match, but the winner was bro, we cheering for Santino. What the hell are we doing? In 2011, we all wanted the Snake to main event WrestleMania. That tells you how much of a joke too that WWE in their presentation were. They couldn't even build up this guy to have more juice than Santino.
No, not at all. It was so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
All
right, Trevor. You're in the hot seat now. Who is the worst Royal Rumble winner of all time?
I'm gonna go back to 1999.
Oh no! You picked
I'm
the
gonna
good
go
one. I ain't gonna lie, you picked the good one.
I'm gonna go to 1999. You know, there was some heat building. There was some things going on. You know, you had Austin being screwed out of the title. Yeah, Shawn Michaels is the enforcer. After he ended up, supposed to being fired by Vince McMahon, but he couldn't be fired because Linda McMahon made it so. So he ended up entering someone in the Royal Rumble. Who was that person that entered in the Royal Rumble? You're probably asking yourself. Well, I tell you who was entered in the Royal Rumble because Steve Austin was entered at number 2, if I'm not mistaken. And number 1. And number 2 was good old Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Vincent McMahon came in early. And this is when he loved Roy Tic Tacs. And
what does that even mean?
He popped Tic Tacs like Skittles or Tic Tac. Roids like Tic Tacs or Skittles.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude, that man was big for no reason. Let's just be honest.
I mean, he was no, that's a lie. Come on, he was definitely big for exactly the reason you just listed.
You know the expression, but he was big for no reason. That dude was humongous It was crazy. He was in better shape than some wrestlers, and that's stupid.
Homie said that I had to create a new word to describe how big like Vince McMahon and Hogan were in the 80s, like humongous.
Humongous.
Humongous, bro. Humongous. He gets on new words. That's how bad.
But yeah, it was crazy. Is no. Okay, yes, Vince and Shane both took wrestling classes. Whatever, Shane was the better wrestler of the two, of course. But
question.
Exactly, but I mean, he did take wrestling classes. But I mean, come on, that was one of the worst Royal Rumbles. Like, it was just born. It was born first and foremost. I mean, it had its moments, but for the most part, it's born first and foremost. Then, who the hell cares about Vince McMahon winning? No, I understand it set up interesting storylines. I understand why it was happening, but at the same token, we didn't want to see that.
Yeah, that's what Vince McMahon. You might have gotten me, bro. You might have gotten me on this one. I think Vince McMahon was probably the worst.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I honestly believe Alberto Del Rio was a bad one too. I really do. Like, a lot of people were hoping Alberto would turn out to be like this technical Mexican wrestling superstar that, he didn't. Because honestly, he kind of reminded me, and he kind of ended the same way. He kind of reminded me. Well, I mean, he's not that much of a dirtbag, but kind of reminded me a lot of Rick Martel, actually, the way he wrestled.
The model.
Yeah,
that's a ringing endorsement of Rick Martel's ability.
Yeah, and he wasn't that good either. But no, I mean, Alberto wasn't the best wrestler, but he wasn't the worst. His personality was terrible. His gimmick was kind of like. He wasn't bad in the ring, so some matches were pretty interesting to see.
That was the thing with Alberto for me. Like, he could work.
Yeah, he was a good worker.
The hype. He wasn't like everyone TNA brought him in to be the champion. Like, everyone at AAA brought him in to be champion. Yeah. And then WCPW brought him in. He would do the same thing to every company. He would show up, win the belt, and then no show all the events.
He could work. He was a damn good worker. That's one thing I can give him. But he just, like you said, no show events. He was a horrendous human. Like, in some of his big matches felt like Monday Night Raw. It didn't feel like a pay-per-view match. But so it makes sense that you put that as one of the worst Royal Rumbles. But Vince McMahon winning the Royal Rumble was absolute dog shit.
Yeah, man. Cook Vince. He is the worst. Agreed.
Terrible things.
Oh, man.
Next week, best.
Next week, we're going to talk about the good moments, bro. It's just so sad that the greatest wrestler of all time never got his moment. You know what, Brian? It might be time to go back. It might be time to go back and show these young ones how it's done, bro.
I mean, one of the greatest in-ring performers won twice, so,
Cody.
No, not at all.
Austin. He won 3.
Yeah.
Hogan!
Fuck you.
or to quote Booker T. Yo, I love Booker. Oh, by the way, Corey Graves is back on NXT commentary.
I heard he was probably going to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, you know who?
Actually, I'm gonna check out NXT after we get done here. So
yeah, you know who's the maddest about this, right?
Who?
Booker T. Because he's just good thing going here with the. Why does my Booker T sound like Macho Man?
Well, yeah, it sounds like a very a very urban Macho Man.
Oh yeah, what the hell, Corey Graves? What are you doing here? Got it. Oh, shucky ducky, quack quack.
Quack quack.
Oh yeah.
Whoop that trick. Oh yeah, whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick. Oh yeah, dig it.
We like it. No, no. I mean, Booker T is one of the funniest things on NXT. He really is.
Booker T is bro. He's there for the crash out and nothing else.
Oh,
He's like He's just like I'm getting paid. I'm gonna shucky ducky quack quack my way across the finish line.
like, I'm just gonna crash out and everyone's going to love me.
Yep. Man, oh man. All right. What else are we talking about today, Trevor?
Did we do TNA yet?
Let's talk about TNA. Well, let's first talk about the prelude. I mean, TNA and WWE have a partnership. They are going to be doing some sort of talent exchange. We already seen Cora Jade appear on TNA Genesis. We have seen in the past Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry appear on NXT, but it's been formalized. TNA and WWE have a working relationship, man. What are your thoughts?
Interesting. I mean, I don't hate it. I think it's a great idea. Give those wrestlers more exposure, and it's doing something that we were criticized for saying, is exposing people to new wrestlers.
Don't we get criticized for saying? I'm gonna be real with you.
You know what? We don't get criticized for cussing. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah, but I think this thing is great though. It gives TNA some exposure, and WWE they get to use some talent, and they get to like also have their talent who may not have anything to do kind of work other places and get some buzz about them. I think it's good for them as well.
Absolutely. I think it's good for WWE. It's the first time that I know of. I mean, they've done it in the past, but not like openly like this.
Well, were you not there for WWE and All Japan Pro Wrestling in the early 90s? Where were you when?
Yeah.
Were you not there when Vince McMahon allowed Triple H to go to an Evolve show?
Yes. I was there for that. Once. It happened once.
But a partnership like this with a North American company is pretty a formalized partnership is pretty unprecedented for WWE.
Oh, it is. It definitely is. It's good. It's a good thing though. It's good for wrestling, right? Like it's good for the talent, so it's good. It makes good, interesting TV. So it's good for wrestling. I can't wait to see it. I've heard that Jordan Grace is probably destined to.
She's up out of there, bro. She's going to
WWE.
She is reporting to the Performance Center like next week.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yep. And good for her, man. She is going through a lot. I don't know if you guys follow Jordan Grace, but Jordan Grace, great personality, great person in general. She's going through a lot in her wrestling career to get to where she is. Good on her, man. Absolute good on her.
We got Frank G saying Cora Jade next TNA champion. Ooh. Well, she would have to beat the almighty Tessa Blanchard in order.
Yes, and she would also have to beat Misha.
Masha. She would have to beat Masha Slamovich really. On the way there, you gotta beat Tessa. That's the. You have to beat them.
Almighty race. I mean, almighty.
That's Tessa. That's how you get wrestlers over. Put them in front of allegedly horrible people. That's how you get them over.
I think this is pretty allegedly.
Oh, look, hey man, I'm not trying to catch a lawsuit.
Yes, of course, you're right.
You gotta hit that Jesus and Mero allegedly. This is a great partnership. There's a lot of people out there who are saying though, Trevor, that this might help TNA.
I think it will,
and I think it will as well. I
think it will.
It will help TNA. Potentially in their next TV deal, like this is a major thing they can tout. They're like, you can go to a company like, hey, look how hot WWE is. We have a partnership that allows WWE talent to come on our shows. You will be able to get like WWE level talent on TV. That is a major deal for TNA. That is something they can tout from a business side of things. They can tout that, and I would lead with that if I was them when they're shopping their next TV contract. And God knows they need it, man. They need to get the hell up off of Axis, get some more exposure.
Yeah, man. I mean, the product isn't bad. The product isn't bad at all. I mean, you have some great matches. You have terrible matches, but you have some great talent too. But it's all about exposure, and that's the name of the game. Exposure. People seeing the talent being able to go elsewhere, talent being touted after by other people, like. There is a lot of different things that you want, and that TNA does have the talent for that. So,
Gotta get it in this business.
Big.
As Booker T would say. But I'm excited for it. This is like a great thing. I think more companies should be working together. And yeah, although I don't think anyone's going to be working with GCW anytime soon. The crash out was real. Shout out to PCO for.
Hey, did you see that in that same pay-per-view, that terrible injury?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah. She's doing okay though. She's doing okay.
Yeah. She has a GoFundMe up.
Yep.
And shout out to. Whew, man, I hate it when bad things happen in pro wrestling.
Yeah,
but
presumably good people too. Like from what I know, she's a stand-up individual. But
what I will say, this TNA WWE thing is definitely good for everybody.
Business.
Well, speaking of TNA, Tessa Blanchard got Trevor.
Dude, I thought they were gonna cancel the match because like she got booed, like Hulk Hogan level booed.
TNA Genesis emanated from the Curtis Caldwell Center in Garland, Texas, and Tessa Blanchard was heavily booed by the 4,000 in attendance in that arena at TNA Genesis. There were chants of "She's a racist," very loud, very prominent in the broadcast. She was getting booed. It was not great. And TNA and WWE now have a partnership. So, Trevor, I'm going to ask the question everyone wants to know. Will we ever see Tessa Blanchard in WWE?
Of course, she's gonna team with Hulk Hogan. They're gonna be the racist. But and they're gonna fight the New Day. In LWO, they're gonna get deported. Anyway,
Wow. Full MAGA on that one, aren't they?
But I mean, unfortunately, it's funny, but true. Anyway, so like it's a lot to unpack there. It really is a lot to unpack there. Like Tessa Blanchard, once scouted as one of the best female pro wrestlers out. Very talented, also very opinionated, and also allegedly a piece of shit. You have to be pretty bad to get booed in Texas. You have to do like some next level shit to get booed in Texas. Like slap somebody's cow and like or something. Like you got to do some stuff to be
cow. What are you talking about?
It's Texas, right? Like you got to do something like really, really bad in Texas to be booed. Like it's the home of the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. Your
favorite NFL team.
You like pointing that out, don't you?
look, they're America's team, man.
No, they're something, but they're America's team. But dude, like literally, like to get booed in Texas, you have to be awful. Hell, Hogan didn't get booed in Texas.
Oh wow, TBD. We might find out at Saturday night's main event.
Well, true. But no, man, it's like I don't know if Tessa. I mean, WWE does like controversy, and controversy does sell tickets. So it's possible, but I personally
people
wouldn't
gonna
do it.
buy $500 tickets to boo Tessa Blanchard. I can just do that from my couch at home. I can tweet.
I mean, yes, but we're also not marked wrestling fans either. You're only a mark for Daniel Bryan. It's different.
I got an Outrunner shirt, bro. I'm a pretty.
Oh, I do actually. Oh, Outrunner is awesome. By the way, anyway.
The youngest men in professional wrestling.
I mean, right? They're so young. But no, like, dude, like, you know what I mean. Like, we're not those piece of crap marks that like come on people's podcasts and complain about them. Like,
I'll have you know, Tessa Blanchard did nothing wrong. Hulk Hogan is the best.
So like, Hulk Hogan is the best, and he deserves to be loved.
You got Damian Castillo in the chat. Who wins? Not Tessa Blanchard. She's not winning right now. I don't know. I mean, I think eventually she'll probably end up in WWE.
Yeah, I think so.
I just don't. I just don't see. I think it's a big hurdle right now because she just returned.
Yeah,
And this is
yeah,
not
yeah.
me saying my opinion. This is just like me kind of like reading the tea leaves and just like how the way the winds have changed, brother. I think eventually WWE is going to be like, oh, well, she's really talented. Look, we're a global brand. And
We're being so
look, well, the things that we do in WWE are not done elsewhere. We bring people together. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what color you are, whether you're black, brown, blue, racist. Doesn't matter. We bring you all together because that's what this is about. It's about family.
It's about family.
And even if you think your family isn't equal to you, and you use disgusting racist things. Look. What we do here, it's not done anywhere else. We're a global brand.
I'm so mad. That's actually.
And then it's like a follow up. But what? Can you answer my question about Tessa Blanchard? Look, she's an amazing talent, and we have a locker room full of amazing talents. I want to focus on the positive, and the positive is
we're a global brand.
We have broken a gate. This is the largest gate ever in the history of the Northborough, South Carolina Coliseum of firemen. Record crowd of 1,800. It's a global brand is what we do. All right? Doesn't matter who you voted for. Doesn't matter how racist you are. You're welcome in the WWE family because we're a global brand.
Yep.
I'm never getting a WWE press pass. That shit's never fucking happening.
No.
Like that. Jesus Christ.
Not at all.
I was possessed by Triple H there.
Hulk Hogan's gonna come out and escort you out of the arena.
Look, brother. Oh, he would not call me brother. He would call me something else. Anyway.
Yeah,
anyway, all right. Tessa Blanchard in WWE. It'll happen
eventually.
That is crazy. Tessa Blanchard led me down that rabbit hole. That's wild. I was like, look,
we definitely have to talk about the crash out her around the world though.
There's been a lot of crash outs, bro. Which crash out?
I'm talking about PCO.
Oh my God, Trevor. Do you want to lead on this? Because, like, bro, I am like.
So I'm gonna be completely honest.
Okay, you know what? 3, 2, 1, cook.
Cook, yeah, he's cooked. He's definitely cooked. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't know everything. I've been busy with other stuff. I've been trying to actually catch up and see exactly what's going on. I saw that he pretty much went off script and destroyed a title in front of people. You know more, I'm sure. So,
I mean, I can tell you what the report says. So, Fightful and I believe it was. I know Fightful for sure. They reported that apparently PCO's contract had expired.
That's okay.
With TNA, he was the reigning defending TNA digital media champion for whatever that's worth.
Hold that while you're telling everybody. Hold on 1 second. I got something I got to do.
All good. And basically, he comes out with this belt, and it was a replica belt now that we're finding out according to the reporting. It's a replica belt, not the real belt. He came out on GCW's pre-show, took the belt and took a sledgehammer, destroying it, and then began to cut a promo on TNA, after which the ring announcer and the referee did their darndest to try to pull him away and try to pull him off of cutting this promo and away from it. And then they cut the feed. So obviously this was not planned.
Yep.
People in TNA, according to FightfulSelect.com, were very livid at all of this. There were people in GCW, from what I'm hearing, who were not happy either. it was not a work. I want to be clear about it. It was not a
Not a
work.
work. Not a work at all.
PCO crashed out in one of the most unbelievable ways that we've seen in modern times. And it's exactly what I love about professional wrestling. Be a carny.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, like in wrestling, like you've said many times before, I love that that live aspect because anything can happen. But with that same token, there is there is a sense of decorum that you have to have.
No, yeah, for sure. I was kidding. By the way, don't cast out like that.
No. I know you were, but it is a sense of decorum that you have to have is said pro wrestler. And crashing out on a company and destroying their property in front of thousands of people or hundreds.
About 1,500, you know.
Yeah.
It's a nice little crowd. No, let me stop.
But doing that doesn't make you look good. It doesn't make the company look good. It doesn't make anyone look good. I mean, and PCO has been on ROH. He's done a bunch of different places. I bet you won't get hired much more after that. But dude, like, I mean, some of his grievances were valid, but at the same token, this isn't how you do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think. Look, he's trying to create some buzz.
I mean, that is like I said before, that's the name of the game, right?
He reportedly was not happy about not being renewed by TNA, and he saw this as an opportunity for him to do that. And I think that is I think because of that, you were not going to see GCW and TNA partner anytime soon.
You could, but you're definitely not going to see him.
Oh, he's cooked. Like, he is cooked. Because like
cooked is not even the word. That man is flambéed. He is fricasseed.
Bro was trying to. He was in the middle of like a little career renaissance. Like, who would have thought the Quebecers would be like over in 2020?
Right.
That's over. Respectively.
Ish. Yeah, over-ish. It's very interesting because he's what 60? He's got to be 50, 60.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah. But it's very interesting. Very interesting thing.
Hey, man. As long as he's getting his chicken, bro. As long as he's getting that bread, that's all I care about. That's all he should care about. But
even though it was a terrible match, I'm still here to tell everyone that I believe.
Bro, man, this man could not have won that belt in a shittier match.
Oh, it was such a terrible match. He deserves better. He really deserves better, honestly. But it's about time they put it on him. But at the same token, that was a terrible match. Awful match.
Shout out to Joe Hendry. I do believe. But gosh, darn it, that match is not
good.
Good.
Oh, it was such a horrible match, dude. It was a bad match. Honestly, Ziggler, whatever nickname is, what do you want to call him? He should be upset about that, too.
Ziggly
Puff. He should be mad about that, too. That was a horrible match.
No, he should definitely be mad. JB, everyone involved should take a moment to like think about what they've done.
A moment to reflect.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, Trevor. I do have to head out in like a few because I'm getting some texts. What are you watching right now?
Oh, man, I went down a rabbit hole.
Let me know.
Oh man, I went down a rabbit hole and I started watching old SmackDowns.
My God.
How horrible was SmackDown when it first started? Like, jeez. Like, I'm a Shawn Michaels fan like everyone, but one of the first matches on SmackDown was Shawn Michaels helping Triple H screw Rock out of a championship, and he had on booty shorts.
Shawn Michaels did not care in '99. It was hitting different. It was in '99.
Dude, that was just yikes. And like some of those matches, horrendous.
Yeah,
just awful.
I don't even know what am I. Oh, I mean, you want? I don't know if this is TMI. You want to know what show I've been binging, Trevor?
What?
90 Day Fiance.
You did tell me that. You did tell me that you
Did
were
I say
watching
this on the
that.
air?
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah, you told me that.
Oh,
So you're watching it.
okay.
How far are you in it now?
Okay, so I finished the season, and now we're in the tell-all.
Oh,
And
you're in
there's
the thick of it
it's
now.
a 3-part tell-all. Each episode is an hour and a half long, bro. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. If you love the Crash Out this
Crash Out
season,
was fun.
90 Day, go to Max, 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days, season 7. Gotta watch it.
I'm still watching Sopranos. I'm in season 5 now.
You're in the phase of the Sopranos where they have accepted the fact that this entire thing is a comedy.
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
This is all just a joke on Italians, and we're just going all
Dude,
the way.
it is a dark, convoluted comedy. It's a joke.
Did you get to the horse yet?
Oh yeah.
Or did you get to? I don't know. I don't want to ruin
Oh,
anything.
you're talking about with not
Ralphie?
Ricky. Ralphie, yeah.
It was like,
Dude, like here's what makes you laugh, right? What really makes you laugh if you've ever watched Will Sasso on Mad TV, and they do the joke about the Italians. He's like gabagoo. They always say that, right? There's an episode where Tony Soprano, and I can't make this up, literally says, "You got the pasta, you forgot the gabagoo. You didn't get the gabagoo." And I'm like,
I think they accepted by like season 3 that this was all.
I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't exist.
No, yes, it does. That's gabagool. That's real, bro. Paulie is like my favorite character on that show.
Oh, Paulie's hilarious. Paulie's hilarious. You know, I like Paulie, but I also like Sal. Because I don't know if you've ever watched Dick Tracy or know what Dick Tracy is, but he literally looks like a Dick Tracy character. Like he looks like a Dick Tracy character. He looks like Big Boy. That's exactly what he looks like. He was played by Al Pacino.
Shout out to Cece. We hope you're doing well. Gabagool is food. It's real. It's still real to me. Damn it.
It is real, but it's the way they made fun of it.
Gabagool.
Gabagool.
All right, Trevor, any parting thoughts before we head down? You got show 98 next week.
Oh, it's getting there, fellas. It's getting there. I will get serious for 2 seconds. Is with everything going on, with all new laws, new people in office, fortunately, it was said. I heard someone say this, and I thought it was very well put. We may not like who won. We may not agree with anything that's being done, but we have to have faith, and we have to have faith and have some type of process, filling out process, and understand that we need to have some faith in this piece of crap in office, and hope he has our best interest in heart. I know it's rough, guys. I know it's a tough one. I know as people of color and of women and everything, we are scared. Some of us are scared shitless. Some of us are worried about our friends, our trans friends, our gay friends, our friends who love differently from us and are still people at the end of the day. But with all that being said, we have to have some unity. We have to have some faith that it's going to be okay. With that being said, enjoy your week, fellas and ladies.
Yeah. Just to pick up on what you said, there's this great quote by like a late philosopher, Michael Brooks, and it goes something to the effect of: be ruthless with systems of power, with powerful people, but be kind to one another. And I think like that's something that we definitely need in this time, because I agree with you, Trevor, to an extent where it's like we gotta work, or you gotta hope that like things don't get bad. But I'll be honest, I got very, very little hope, and that's why I think it's important, man. Even on like a local community level, get involved, organize, join a protest, get petitions signed, like make your voice heard, and make sure that the next 4 years are as
Painless.
are as painless as they can be. They're going to be painful for a lot of people out there. And I mean, I just think about like I don't want to get too deep, but like, man, I just think about like the immigration situation in this country and like what it is literally going to be like fucking like police raids and like security raids like all across this country on families, separating them, like kicking them out of their homes, people who've been here for years. It's fucking disgusting. It's fucking gross. Fuck Donald Trump.
Like my mom used to always say.
I'm sorry. I know that went against everything you said, but I just...
No, you're absolutely right. I get it. That's,
I'm sorry.
but like my mom used to always
feel.
say, pray for the best, prepare for the worst, pray for the best.
Hell yeah.
And that's what we got to do.
Amen, amen, omen, everything.
Perfect.
All right, guys. You guys can go over to youtube.com/OT Graps for all your wrestling content. We got clips. We got stuff. So much stuff. The best stuff. Oh, no. It's already happening. Be sure to go over on Twitter and follow Trevor at TREVERTAINMENT. That is TREVERTAINMENT. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to Damien. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to Nick. Everyone who joined, rates every single one of you, including CC. We hope you're doing better. We hope you're doing well. We hope you're out of the urgent care and back to health and wellness. All right, guys. Until next time, I'm Omer. Be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real.
I'm Trevor, and love those who close. Love those who are far, hug those who close. And hug those a little tighter tonight. And stay warm, because it's fucking freezing.
It's about as cold as an arena when Matt Cardona wrestles. Until next week.